Hello everyone, welcome to the Crystaly Recapped channel. And now you're going to hear a short review of the movie, You Get Me. If you like our videos, you can support us by liking and subscribing. Meet Tyler, a high school student who is dating Allison. Since they started dating, their lives have been filled with color. Despite this, Tyler doesn't really want to meet her parents. Tyler usually spends time with his sister Tiffany and works as a waiter on the beach. They also have a few friends with whom they like to spend their free time. Later in the evening, Tyler, Allison, and Gil plan to go to a party where Allison meets an old friend named Chase. As soon as Tyler and Chase are alone, Chase warns that Allison is not such an angel. Hearing this, Tyler finds nothing better to do than to remain silent, and that's because she has never talked about her past. Perhaps she really has something to hide. All this leads to a fight. In response, Alice simply decides to end the relationship. Tyler, realizing that he has nothing else to do here, is going home, but a rich girl meets him on the street and offers him a ride. While they are driving to the club, Tyler tells her about everything that happened today, but she just asks him not to worry about it. After the club, Tyler wakes up in an expensive house, and Holly is waiting for him in the living room to tell him the story of her family. It turns out that her father was probably rich, and after his death, all his property passed to her. Her stepmother decided that there is nothing better than an eternal journey, which makes Holly feel lonely all the time. But there is no time to be upset, because they still have a whole day ahead of them. After that, Tyler hurries home, realizing that he has completely forgotten about his sister. When he arrives home, he notices missed messages from his mother and Allison, who wants to meet up. When he gets there, she apologizes for everything she said, adding stories about what she was doing before they met. And to get away from her lifestyle, they decided to move to this city. After forgiving each other, they vow to never lie again. However, Tyler instantly remembers what happened last night, but doesn't say anything. The next day, a new student comes to school, and it turns out to be Holly. This is because her stepmother has decided to be closer to her and asks her to start going to the local school. Somewhere during the break, a group of friends decide to sit together as usual, but Holly sits down with them and wants to become their friend, and because of this prank, Tyler is forced to send her a message with the meeting place. As soon as they meet, Tyler tries to break up, but Holly's expression shows that she is not very happy about the news. The next day, Allison and Holly decide to visit Tyler. Holly shows him a picture of a man with his face covered. When Tyler sees who is in the photo, he is very afraid to reveal the secret, but Holly doesn't want to talk about this guy yet. Instead, she finds a common language with Allison. She even starts visiting her, where Allison admits that she has never done anything with Tyler. Tyler himself gathers his strength and wants to confess everything, but as soon as he finds out that Holly is now at Allison's house, he postpones this decision. Meanwhile, Holly secretly takes a few things, including a photo of Tyler. Later in the morning, she decides to come to Tyler's house with a proposal to do something interesting, but Tyler refuses. Lydia begins to monitor Holly more closely because of her reluctance to use social media, and Holly decides to poison Lydia. At this time, Tyler sees Holly's stepmother talking to a teacher about something, and this is the perfect opportunity to meet her. She tells him that her daughter has a mental disorder that requires her to take special pills. This suggests that Holly will do everything in her power to destroy his relationship with Allison. Holly brings 3 drinks at once, but as soon as Lydia takes the first sip, she immediately convulses. The paramedics arrive quickly enough, and Allison goes with Lydia to be by her side in her time of need. But because Tyler knows about Holly's peculiarities, he assumes that she is involved. Sometime later during a break, Allison tells him that Holly is expecting a baby. After a while, Holly tells him how she is disappointed in men, especially the one who is causing her problems now. The next day, she decides to go to Tyler's house and play with his sister, but as soon as he notices, he immediately kicks her out. This prompts Holly to tell Allison absolutely everything about the fact that the photo belongs to Tyler and he is Holly's boyfriend. Tyler comes to Lydia, adding that he suspects Holly. He tells her that they were in a relationship. When he returns home, he immediately texts Allison that they need to meet at the beach. Allison blames Tyler, and although he tries to explain, she doesn't want to listen to him and only asks him not to call her anymore. The next day, Tyler is summoned to the teacher's office on charges of abusing Holly. He is suspended from school for this, but he manages to find out her real name, Elizabeth Holly Viola, which he enters into the search bar. From one article, it becomes clear that she was the one who attacked Lydia, as it was not the first time, and she was treated for it in a psychiatric hospital. Later that night, Holly sneaks into Allison's house to kidnap her and take her to her mansion. Holly sends a photo to Tyler. Because of this, he rushes to Holly's house, but before he does, he asks Gil to help him find Allison by sending Holly's address. Allison regains consciousness but notices that she's tied to a chair. Holly starts muttering that she doesn't have a child, that she just wanted to trick Allison into divorcing Tyler. Allison blames herself for not believing Tyler when he tried to warn her. Suddenly, Holly's mother returns to the house, and while trying to save Allison, she doesn't notice Holly sneaking up on her from behind. Tyler also heads to the house and gathers everything he can to help in the defense. As soon as he runs into the house, he notices that Allison is hanging. He quickly manages to get her down, but Holly is waiting for them outside. Tyler apologizes for the day when Gil suddenly appears behind them. Holly shoots at Tyler in fright, but Allison rushes forward and beats Holly. In his last breath, Tyler says that love is blind and can destroy you from the inside. At this time, Holly manages to get the officer to like her, and most likely manages to escape. The shot moves back to his childhood, where Tyler and Allison are celebrating his sister's birthday. That's all for today. Subscribe and like if you want more videos like this.